2 years they've been in artist development, something we don't do today.
Yes.
You know, you have to become successful. I believe in a book, Outliers, with Malcolm Gladwell, where he talks about to be successful, it requires 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
And so these ladies have been in boot camp, they've been in artist development. Certainly not at 10,000 hours yet, but I can see the progress every time they perform.
And that's, I mean, 10,000 hours, something my mom always instilled in me, definitely from that book. In a day of when you have no A&R and no artist development, and you don't see a lot of girl groups, what makes you say, you know what, I'm gonna completely go the other way and try to bring this back into the culture of music?
Well, I was fortunate. I've done this girl group called Destiny's
I
Child.
think we might have heard of it.
The #1 female group of all time. Billboard top 10 artists of the decade.
Yeah.
They were in the top 10 artists of the decade, along with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Then there's this group called Trinity 57.
Yep.
#1 female gospel trio in the history of gospel music. I managed them, and they were also on my record label. So I think I have the 10,000 hours of experience to do it again.
Yeah. And you know, I think this is perfect timing because again, there's nothing like that, especially two rappers, female rappers, and a vocalist. There's nothing like that out in the market.
That's called being a visionary.
Yes. Yeah.
It was 10 traits of highly successful professional.
Go to that panel. Get that book. I'll plug it for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's not a panel.
I'm sorry. It's a
It's a
solo.
It's a session.
Solo session.
Okay, I like that solo session.
Solo session. Solo session.
Okay, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that. And you know, you've been a person that has not stopped learning, and you know, so you told me during the interview that you were getting all kind of degrees. And what did you get your degrees in?
Well, first of all, I have the privilege, and I call it a privilege. I teach at Texas Southern University in Houston, one of our historic black universities. Helped to create a degree program called ERM, Entertainment Recording Management. I teach mainly artist management and intro to the recording industry in the School of Communication. I also teach grad class media entrepreneurship there as well. And so in the last 3 years, I've got my MBA, and I've got my PhD.
So you're a doctor.
Yeah, I am, but
Yeah.
you know,
Dr. Matthew Knowles.
I worked hard to get that.
Yes.
I accept that from you.
Okay. I'll start calling you that from now on.
Okay, let me hear it again.
Dr. Matthew Knowles.
It's all right.
Did I throw that at you?
Yeah.
You liked it. I had to throw that in.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
you. That's for you now.
That's me.
Now that you're a doctor,
Yeah.
that's for you. You got that. All right. So you're instilling now on a scholastic level, you know, which is amazing. I mean, you never stop giving back.
And then I have my next book I'm writing now. It'll be available for pre-sales in November. It's called Racism from the Eyes of a Child.
Yeah.
And it talks about me growing up in Alabama, being the first black, you know, in middle school, being the first black in high school, being one of the first blacks at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And then my corporate life did the same thing. I worked at Xerox for 10 years, but for 8 years, I was in the elite division of Xerox Medical Systems, where we sold zero radiography for breast cancer detection. You know, today is breast cancer awareness, but I, for 8 years, sold the equipment for breast cancer detection. Was the leading modality, and was the #1 sales rep in that division worldwide, 3 out of 4 years worldwide. And then got a knock on the door, became one of the first blacks to sell CT and MRI scanners in America. Did that for 4 years and got another knock on the door, because when you're successful, you get these knocks on the
knocks
doors.
are just
And then I worked with Johnson & Johnson as a neurosurgical specialist, one of the first blacks to do that in America. So that's what the book is talking about, racism from the eyes of a child.
Right. And you know, we had the fortune of hearing a little bit of your story as far as racism on your daughter's album, Solange, Seat at the Table, which I thought was amazing, and to hear your personal perspective was incredible too. So I take it a lot of the book would also be focusing on a lot of that stuff that happened to you coming up, and you know, beyond just the boardroom and these high successful places, you are facing racism head on.
Every day.
Yeah.
But I won't give it away. But I will tell you thank you because you've given me a seat at the table, and I like to drink a little lemonade.
Oh, come on, man! Look at you just throwing it. Oh! I think we gotta end off on the dab. Can we just end off on the dab one more time?
Hey, why not?
Let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3. Damn, that's it. That's it. That's all I needed in my life.
We out now.
We out. Thank you, Dr. Matthew Knowles. There you go.